Good evening and welcome to the Coeur d'Alene Parks and Recreation Commission meeting, February 24th, 2020. Melissa, can you take roll, please?
Commissioner Cranston?
Here.
Commissioner McDowell?
Commissioner Lean, Commissioner Tate,
Here.
Commissioner Hill, Commissioner Wood,
Here.
Commissioner Ettinger, Commissioner Dretchell,
Here.
Thank you, Melissa. Well, we have a commission number of 4, 5 being the requirement for a quorum. Given the fact we're short a quorum, we're going to end the meeting right here. We won't be able to continue on with our agenda. However, we're going to go ahead and dismiss the group up here, and there will be a public information presentation following our adjournment here regarding the Tubbs Hill fuel mitigation item that's coming up, and I believe it's going to be in the papers tomorrow, so.
It'll probably be in the papers tomorrow when we get to this evening.
Yeah, okay.
So, at some
So
point,
with that said, we'll go ahead with the public information item, and thank you for joining us, and I apologize, we're not going to be able to continue, so. Bill, I guess we'll
yeah, just
have
I'll make a
announcements
presentation
for-
about Tubbs, and Kenny Gabriel and I will talk about that.
I'll just mention that our next Park and Rec workshop will be Tuesday, March 3rd, 11:30, Crusoe's Deli here in Coeur d'Alene, and our next regular Park and Rec Commission meeting will be Monday, March 16th, 5:30 right here in the library community room. So, thank you.
Thank you.
There we go.
Well, I'm used to talking to somebody there, so I'm going to be.
Turn around this way. This is even.
So we're here this evening to talk about fuel mitigation for Tubbs Hill. So Chief Gabriel and I have been working with ITD on this fuel mitigation. The last time we were able to do this was 2002, and the time before that we had written a prescription in 2006, and the prescription was pulled
Because of weather,
the
correct.
conditions were not favorable. And so it was the Tubbs Hill Foundation that came to us, I believe it was George Saylor, that talked with Kenny Gabriel, our chief, about this burn again. And so we went with that and went forward. Kenny's been working with Shane O'Shea with IDL. This is going to be an interagency cooperation, so all the fire districts, our department, your department, IDL, everybody's going to get involved in
Yep,
this.
it's going to be, we're going to try to make it do many things. One, of course, is the health of Tubbs Hill is a priority. The second part will be the burn itself, and from the burn itself, we're going to get as many folks as we can. We don't get these big trainings very often, so all hands are going to be coming. We have 4 departments already committed, plus IDL, so it's going to be a great opportunity for us to train. And for me, the more people there, the more I like it, because any chance of it going up over that hill, I'm not a fan of. So right there is where we're going to put a big show of force.
So this picture illustrates the prescribed in 2 pieces, the eastern and west aspect, and then the west side. Shane was going to do this one first, I think he said.
That's correct. We're going to go with the original burn in 2002, and you can kind of see where that is in the
Right
yellow,
here.
right where Bill's showing. Thank you. And that was a great success back in 2002. We're going to start with that, but we were going to enhance it. Before, we did not go all the way to the north and to the absolute west. This time around, we are going to do that.
And so on top of that, you can see this line of demarcation. We are not going to get within a couple hundred feet of these homes. And so they're going to put up water lines. They're going to do some mechanical removal through all this area to fell the trees that could be a hazard. The ones we want to keep, we're going to mark. And then it's an opportunity for all the agencies to have their Schroeder training done, because we have some dead trees on the north side. So the public will not see any fire along this north face at all.
They
And it'll
won't.
just be mechanical.
Bill had a great point. We're gonna put lines up there, but more than that, we're gonna put sprinkler lines up there. So 48 hours before the burn, we're actually gonna just flood, make our own weather system up there, flood that whole entire north part of the hill.
And for everybody to know too, we've taken this to the Tubbs Hill Foundation, and then we took it to our Urban Forestry Committee last Friday. It was here now tonight for Park and Rec that was canceled, but we're still making the presentation. It'll then go to, so this week, everybody's gonna see a bunch of stuff in the paper. You've got a press release. We're getting word out there, and then it goes to council on March 3rd.
Correct.
For just, again, this is information only. This is just really us doing a management plan that's been adopted.
Right. And it's important for council to know because we know where the first phone calls are gonna go.
Right.
Is to them. So as much information we can get out with Nick, Craig Etherton, our PIO,
Yep.
working with PIOs from the Forest Service and PIOs from Department of Lands. We're gonna do a heavy media campaign because
Right.
we are aware of what'll happen.
So you make a
once
good
this
point.
smoke on the
Both
hill.
Craig and Nick Goodwin you did your public service announcements last week. So those should begin to air pretty soon.
Yeah.
And other than that, I can't think anything else we need to let people know about.
I think it's just important that they know, they're gonna see the smoke, there's gonna be smoke monitoring, there's gonna be smoke monitoring units from Missoula coming over, Department of Lands are bringing them. We're already working with our dispatchers to let them know the huge calls they're gonna get, they're gonna handle it well. We're gonna have 2 boats out on the water. We're doing everything, parks are gonna do a great job like they usually do, making sure people understand what's going on when they try to use the hill those 2 days. We're hoping 2, right?
Right.
Maybe 3, but we're hoping 2, but it's all specific to the weather. We're shooting for that first week in April. And the big part on the east, if I can,
Hey, how about it?
is we need sunshine and 5-mile-an-hour winds. Because that is so much drier on that side. But they want, the 5-mile-an-hour winds do 2 things. One is it's gonna push it a little bit, because we don't want it to crown. Crown fire when it gets up and runs. We just want it to
Ground
creep.
fire.
That's what Bill was pretty adamant about the whole time for the hill. It's just gonna be a ground fire. But we need that 5-mile-an-hour to get the smoke out of town too. We don't want the smoke just to be sitting in downtown. We need that smoke coming from the south to the northeast.
Right.
To blow the smoke out of town too. So those are the indicators we need for the prescription, they call it, for that to work, and that's when we'll start lighting it off.
Good. Is there anything else we think so also, one element that we're gonna do, we're gonna protect the water. We're gonna install wattle along the loop trail where it abuts the water. So we're gonna see wattle, I think I calculated 6,500 linear feet of wattle that we'll install.
A lot of feet.
So that'll happen after the fire. So any rain that we might get that could run it off the hill into the water, we're going to capture that. And then that'll stay in place until such time that the flora and fauna starts to pop again. And then we'll go in there and cut the wattle. It's a straw wattle, or we're looking at 2 types of straw wattle, and then a wood fiber wattle. The wood fiber is easier because it doesn't need to be keyed, which means you dig a trench. And so it's heavy enough that it lays in all those voids. We would just slice that and leave that debris on the hill because it's organic.
And I met last week with Department of Lands folks who do this every year, and they know the big concern that we all have is they don't want a charred hill all year long. We saw it last time, and they have a comfort level, but we're gonna start seeing green probably within a week. That the sun hits that, and, this isn't gonna be so hot that it kills everything off, it'll just be enough to clean everything up. They think that you're talking about the flora fauna coming back.
Right.
We'll probably see that within a week to 10 days, starting to pop back up again, and then you know how fast it grows. Last time we had pictures that within
Yeah.
a month, you could barely even tell it
It
happened.
happened, right. The fire is such that it's such a low intensity that the root system isn't damaged at all. In fact, the shrubs really act like they're being pruned. And so they just pop right back. Like in our yards, we cut those things down and they come right back. So it's a very similar process. It's just more organic and more natural.
And our sincere thanks to Department of Lands.
Yes.
Who's been working with us, all of us, and their desire to make this safe and healthy for the hill. They've done a wonderful job.
Okay. And then if you have any questions about this, contact us at the Parks Department. And I don't know, and then again, you're going to have a press release that goes out.
We're gonna start everything. Nick had a brilliant idea with door hangers for the people immediately.
Right, we're gonna do
done
that
with
too.
that. We're gonna we'll do everything we can to make sure the community is very aware of this,
Good.
starting right away.
All right, everybody, thank you for your time, and over and out.
Over and out. There you go.